Welcome to this edition of Roadfly TV. I'm Charlie Romero, and we are coming to you from Boone Hall Plantation outside Charleston, South Carolina, previewing this, the brand new 2013 Infiniti JX35 7-passenger SUV. This is an entirely new vehicle for Infiniti. We're going to spend some time with the executives. We're going to show you some of the presentation. We're going to go over a few of the really cool features, and then we'll bring you a full test drive in about a month. I'm with Robin Williams, Senior Marketing Manager for Infiniti Connected Services. Now, the new Infiniti JX has an awful lot of high-end communication features, and I want Robin to tell you guys more about it because, honestly, there's an awful lot there, and I'm not going to do it justice. Robin?
Well, instead of telling you about it, why don't I just show you?
Perfect. Let's go.
So two of the features that we really want to highlight in Infiniti Connection, one of them is the ability to link your Google Calendar into your vehicle. And even better, you can link destinations to your calendar entries and they'll immediately be linked up with your navigation system.
Wow, that's cool.
The other thing we really like is our monitoring feature, our geofencing feature. And if you look at Infiniti Connection Drive Zone, it gives you the ability to loan the vehicle maybe to your teenager, set up a boundary around the area in which you think they should stay. If they stray beyond that area, you'll receive a notification via text, email, or voicemail.
Uh-oh, my mom's going to know where I've been.
Know where you've been and maybe even how fast you were going as well.
Wow, that's really cool. All right, you've given us a couple of features to check out later on today. Thanks for spending time with us, Robin.
Great, thank you.
With regards to driving impressions, I wanted to make a couple of points while we're still in downtown Charleston and stop-and-go traffic with a lot of turns. The roads are very narrow here. The variable assist steering is dead on. And in addition to the steering being so competent down here in the city, I love the fact that even though this is a CVT, the way they've mated their 3.5-liter V6 to the CVT, you're not feeling any of that sort of engine raciness that we get typically in a lower horsepower, lower torque car. And this is a big SUV. The Infiniti did something sort of ingenious by having this sort of the faked shift feel, so that let's say one driver wants to feel more luxurious and comfort. They're likely to leave it into just normal driving mode and let the CVT get maximum fuel efficiency and deliver that shiftless driving experience. But if, for me, for example, in my family, my wife drives our SUV and our kids, but when I get in it, I want to have a more sporty feel. So in this case, in this vehicle, I can put it into drive mode or into sport mode, and it automatically brings back that shifting pattern. This is the first Infiniti product to offer the CVT continuously variable transmission. And the reason, I guess the reason they chose it, or the primary reason, is for fuel economy. The new Infiniti JX delivers 18 miles per gallon in the city and 24 on the highway in the front-wheel drive version, and then the highway number drops to 23 in the all-wheel drive version. The engine is a 3.5-liter V6, which is the same 3.5-liter, just retuned, that they've had for a number of years. The coolest new feature that they've added, and you might have already seen a commercial for it, is backup collision intervention. And what it does is it helps prevent you when you're backing out of a parking lot, let's say in a mall parking lot, it helps you from backing out and getting hit by the side traffic. As you back up, what it does, it has sonars that are reading traffic that's passing behind you, and it'll actually stop the car. It'll apply the brakes for you. And before it does that, of course, it's going to beep, and it indicates which side the car is coming from by illuminating a light either on the right mirror or on the left mirror, and I really love it from a safety standpoint. The ride's very luxurious. I mean, the primary competition for this is the Acura MDX, the Audi Q7. They're slotted right in there in that mid $40,000 range. And so we definitely have that luxurious feel. I think that the feel of this is more of the Audi Q7 than the MDX, only because it just feels like it has more power. The base price of the JX35 is $40,450, which is a couple grand less than the Acura MDX and the Audi Q7. I think most folks are going to get the premium package because that really adds most of the bells and whistles. And then some of the safety stuff you might add too for another $2,200. I'm with Sam Chung, Senior Marketing Manager of Infiniti. So Sam, tell me a little bit about who you think the buyer is of the new Infiniti JX.
Sure, the Infiniti JX is a luxury crossover, and it's primarily designed for families, folks with kids. And it is really targeting to that luxury buyer who has a practical need for 7-passenger seating.
I got to ask you real quick, you've got an awesome ingress-egress to this third row of seats. I love it. Tell me a little bit about this baby seat in the second row.
The ability to be able to install a baby seat in the second row and still have access to the third row. This was one of those needs that our clientele told us it's a must-have. The ability to have that seat installed and not have to remove it. As a father myself and having gone through that, I completely understand that part of the equation. We needed to solve that, and I think we did that with this vehicle.
Excellent. Okay, one last question. What's your daily driver?
My daily driver is actually an Infiniti FX.
Well, that's it for our preview of the 2013 Infiniti JX, the new 7-passenger SUV from Infiniti. Signing off from Kiowa Island, South Carolina, I'm Charlie Romero. Part of performance is really handling, right? So getting yourself out of trouble because you can steer your way out of it is great. It thing holds it. We're cruising at 80 miles an hour. Sweet. Oh, it's telling me the speed limit's exceeded. All right, here we got another sharp right-hander. But thanks to Infiniti, you can drop the tail out end. Woo! Oh, woo! Goodness, there's one right there.
Where?
His head's right there.
Like 5 feet from me?
This is ridiculous.
And there's another one.
1, 2, 3, 4, at least